Welcome back to my Lobotomy Corporation bedtime story reading. This is Hitori, and I will be helping you fall asleep with some ambient audio and awesome OST from our favorite game as I learn more about Lobotomy Corporation's abnormalities. In the last video, we read about Warm-Hearted Woodsman. This time, it will be the Yin. This is now the 43rd Abnormality in Lob Corp reading. Check the entire playlist on the card on the upper right of this video. Let's begin. Yin O-05-102 is an abnormality taking the appearance of a black half of a pendant, holding a rope on its bottom and having a white dot on its spherical part. Its counterpart is Yang, the light half of the complete pendant. Ability. Its special ability triggers when its Qliphot's counter reaches 0. Its counter can decrease by 1 with the following methods. 1. Getting a bad work result. 2. When Yang is worn for 30 seconds or more. Upon choosing Yin, Yang will become the only option with the next tool to add to the facility. When its Qliphoth counter is depleted, Yin will breach, taking the appearance of a dark, brown fish-like creature with a single orange eye at the front, along with a rope around its body. It possesses 800 HP and average movement speed. When employees or other entities pass near it, Yin will let out a short-range dark wave around itself that deals 25 black damage to targets in the area. This effect can go through walls. If an employee or group of employees are trying to attack the abnormality, Yin will stop on its spot to prepare a mark zone, shooting a harmless brown laser from its eye to the floor in front of itself to the end of the room. After some moments, the mark zone will erupt in a brown impact effect that will deal a huge amount of 100 black damage to all the entities in the marked zone. If Yang is in the facility when Yin breaches, it will breach as well, with Yin trying to search for it. Yin will turn into its pendant form for a while after its HP is depleted, unable to be attacked, and will transform back into its fish form, back with full HP. It will continue to revive until Yang is suppressed too. Upon meeting with Yang, touching each other, they will unite and form the Yin-Yang symbol. Soon after, a gigantic Eastern dragon-like creature will appear from the top of the facility, moving across it at high speed towards the location of the symbol. It will reverse the percentage of all the entity's HP and SP as well if the entity is an employee, on its way in form of black damage, and will reverse Clifoth counters of all the abnormalities in its way too. Soon after, both abnormalities will return to their containment units. If an employee is wearing Yang and enters the containment unit of Yin, this effect will occur immediately and will also kill the wearer. It is important to note that the combined ability of Yin and Yang will not work on the following abnormalities once breached: White Night, Apocalypse Bird, Dream of a Black Swan, the Red Mist, an Arbiter. The subordinate abnormalities that will appear with White Knight and Apocalypse Bird, the Apostles and the Eggs, will still be affected by the combined ability of Yin and Yang. Story. The black pendant is darker than any other shade of black, the most obscure of all the forms of darkness in the world. Employees should not touch or possess the pendant. Merely looking at it makes one feel as if darkness is creeping into their heart. It seems that this pendant is originally made up a circle. However, it is now separated from its other half. Many employees call it the Devil's Pendant. Some say just looking at it will fill your mind with negativity. Employees dislike being anywhere near the thing. After all, it was the polar opposite of its other half. Many would let out similar complaints that all ended with the same remark: "We wish it was only the white one." Its surroundings erode. Those who come near it suffer. This wasn't the result of the pendant's own volition. Those things only happened because of the aura it exudes. Then it must wonder, why do I exist if my very existence corrodes my surroundings and brings suffering and darkness to whoever interacts with me? Maybe I shouldn't have been born at all, just like they say. Maybe my creator only wanted to make the white pendant, and I'm just an unintentional accident. If so, how can such an impure being disappear from this world? One day, the black pendant heard a call. Now the day has come. It is time for us to reunite. The black pendant left the place it thought it would never leave. It found itself swimming away. Everything it passed turned to ruin. Destruction was but an instinct. It wasn't something that could be stopped, nor could it be hidden. It could see the white pendant. No, it could see the part of itself that it hadn't seen for a long, long time. The two opposites were swimming towards each other. For the first time ever, the black pendant felt meaning in its existence. We used to be one. I am, and thus you are. You are, and thus I am. We were originally together. It was a fruitless deed to divide us. Now you become the sky, and I the land. An employee who had a face colored with cheerful eyes began to grimace at their sudden burst of sadness. An employee who was quietly crying from having their heart broken dried their tears. An employee who was dragging along their broken leg stood up straight as if they always could. An employee who was on their way to the lounge suddenly fainted, bleeding from every place imaginable. As the end circles back to the beginning, those who held hope are met with despair, and those who held despair are met with hope. At the beginning, the dragon, which now became a great avatar, soared through the sky. Trivia. Yin is based from one of the halves of the yin and yang, from the Chinese philosophy of how seemingly opposite or contrary forces may actually be complementary, interconnected, and interdependent in the natural world, and how they may give rise to each other as they interrelate to one another. Yin and Yang are abnormalities contributed by the Chinese translation team of the game, as well as the second abnormalities to have counterparts. The first ones being Little Red and Big Bad Wolf. The first time I ever got Yin, everybody was freaking out saying, "Oh no, this is going to be so bad for you," in my chat and Twitch. I mean, how bad could it be? Like, there's nothing I can't handle. You know? Like, it's just a video game, bro. You gotta chill. And of course, after this, there would be the Yang, which is the white pendant. And they're like, you're gonna make a mistake in wearing Yang and going to Yin's containment unit. But bro, have you forgotten that I will never, ever use the tool abnormalities? I mean, unless it was the hard one. I think that's like the tamest, the most useful. I mean, it's not the most useful. Everybody can argue that, but considering you can carry the heart anywhere without thinking about dying, I think it has the best chance to be the most useful tool abnormality we got. So why would I risk my life wearing Yang to let Yin out? Never had Yin ever got out its containment unit while I was playing this entire run that had Yin in it, of course. The only time this abnormality breached out was when I was inside the bunker. And apparently, I have not seen Yin Yang's true form, you know, the dragon. Because if you're in the bunker, only Yang would come out because nobody's wearing it. I mean, if you're in the bunker, only Yin would come out because nobody's wearing Yang, right? So I was just seeing the fish swimming around. I'm like, is this what you guys are afraid of? Y'all are a bunch of pussies. Of course, I was ignorant. I did not know what I was looking at. So, I'm like, you scared of this fish? You scared of this fish? And if you're gonna ask why I was in a bunker, well, you'll know if we're gonna be in that bunker abnormality next time. But I stayed there. So Yin breach. Felt nothing to it. Because I didn't see the devastation that it would do to my employees if it would come out. Because things were already bad when I went to the bunker, so if you weren't watching my streams, you wouldn't know what happened before I go into the bunker. But if you did watch, it was a mess. Let's just leave it at that. So, would I recommend getting Yin Yang? Yes. Why wouldn't you? It's a wow abnormality. You can train your employees with this one in instinct, insight, and repression work. Because if you're already like quite a long way in the game, all your employees would have level 3 in all of their skills. You got nothing to lose here, basically. Get the Yin. Apparently you're supposed to put Yang in another department. Cause here's the other thing as well. Yes, this talking points section is quite long because I have a lot of things to say for the people in chat. It's my first time trying to end this game. It's my first time trying to complete this game. And if you come into my chat complaining, oh, why is Yin and Yang in the same department? You're such a stupid idiot. Well, I'm not like you who just reads the wiki. You silly goose. I can't say bad words. So they are together in one department, so what? You can cry about it, but there is nothing else you can do. Unless, of course, you have the... I don't want to say its name, but it's called the White Knight, you know. I call it the fetus with wings. Unless you have the White Knight, that'll fix that for you. It'll jumble everything you have. But we haven't even talked about White Knight yet. But so this is a long talking point. But I just had to reiterate that I am by no means an expert in this game. I am doing this serious because I am also trying to read up on the abnormalities as well. I am not an expert. I am trying to learn. So don't come into my chat crying about why Yin and Yang are in the same department. Okay? Now, if you have tips or interesting details about this abnormality, please comment about it down below. If you like, you can also catch my stream in Twitch and here on YouTube so that you can assist me if you're a veteran in the game. If you want more Project Moon content from me, please don't hesitate to like the video. You can also support me further with my Patreon, and don't forget to subscribe. I'd like to thank my current Patreon supporters that are shown in the screen, as well as my Twitch subscribers. Always want to let you know that I appreciate all of the interactions in the stream and also in this video. Truly. This thanks is also extended to you who's currently watching. Until next time, I hope you rest easy.